Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming one of my favorite videos, and that is new cozy mystery releases. So these are for December 2024 and there are 29 new releases. I think this is the biggest new release video I've ever done. So we're just gonna hop right in. I do have some fun animations scattered about that I'm really proud of that I hope you'll enjoy, and let's go ahead and dive into book one. Our first book is a book from a series that I have been loving. I'm currently working through book 4. I've been flying through this series and I love it so much. And that is the Nightmare Arizona mystery series, and this is going to be book 8 in the series. It's called Fatality at the Festival, a Nightmare Arizona paranormal cozy mystery, and it's written by Beth Dolgner, and it's coming out on December 1st. So our basic premise for this is think like Scooby-Doo ghostly mining town, like Miner 49er vibes, which I personally love. And it's in this like really cool small ghostly town, and there's lots of found family vibes, which I love so much. I've been flying through the series. It's truly so much fun. And our main character in this is Olivia. And in the first book, she breaks down in Nightmare, Arizona in the middle of nowhere. She has to get a job in a haunted house. In this one, Olivia is excited about Nightmare's annual arts and crafts festival until a vendor winds up dead inside his food truck. Locals and festival artists alike are disliked the corn dog seller, but who had enough motive to murder him? The supernatural community and Nightmare Sanctuary haunted house must pull together to help gather clues, from a siren on a spy mission to witches with connections. Even Felipe, the chupacabra, is sniffing for clues. As Olivia gets closer to the truth about the murder, she also gets a cryptic clue about the whereabouts of Damien Shackleford's missing father, Baxter. Nightmare's favorite amateur sleuth and her paranormal friends must put the pieces together before it's too late. This is just such a heartwarming, found family, supernatural community cozy mystery. I just love it so much. I picture the ghost towns from Scooby-Doo when I'm reading this. It's lovely. I really recommend the series. This next one I really have no information for you about, but the cover is so cute, and so even though there's not a description out right now, I just wanted to share it in case you're interested, because it is book 1 in the series, and that is called Holly Jolly Homicide. This is the Cedarwood Hollow Mysteries. It's book 1 in the series by Amy Briggs, and this is coming out on December 31st, and as of right now, there isn't a description right now on like Amazon or anything, so I can't really tell you much about this, but the cover is so cute, so I just wanted to include it because it looks like a really fun Christmas cozy. Next we have the French Quarter mystery series, and this one is going to be book 7 in the series. It's called Happy Homicide, a French Quarter mystery, and it's by Jen Pitts, and this is coming out on December 25th. So in this one, it's our main character Sammy's birthdays, and she's actually getting double the mystery and double the birthday fun because she has a lot of past kind of issues and challenges around her birthday. It's not the happiest time of year for her, but she ends up getting this birthday card in the mail that's actually for a different recipient. So she returns the birthday card only to hear a deathbed confession that launches this like query into a huge decades-old mystery where a killer might strike again in the present times. Sounds super interesting. I haven't read this series, but I really want to. It just looks really fun. Another fun Christmas one that's coming out this month is called A Hairy Scary Christmas, a Spring Harbor cozy mystery. It's book 8 in the series, and it's coming out on Christmas Day, the 25th, by Amber Cruz. And this is described as a very lighthearted cozy. There's no cliffhangers, no swearing, and no graphic scenes. So it's a very, very like clean cozy, if you will. So there's not a whole lot of information in the description, but the main character is Summer, and she lives in a small town in Georgia, and there's a lot of incidents that happen, of course, like most cozies. And she's actually a hairstylist, which I think is a really fun profession for a cozy sleuth. And in this one, it's a very lighthearted read. There's lots of head-turning hairstyles, a fun incident, some Christmas cozy times, and that's about all I got for you based on the description at this point, but I just wanted to include it in case you're a fan of the series. It always looks really fun to me, and I like the idea of kind of a seaside Christmas cozy. Next we have a bookish cozy mystery series, and this one is called The Bookshop Detective. It's book 2 in the series, and it's called The Poisoned Pen by Kate Finn. And this will be coming out on December 30th, 2024, and it takes place in Millbrook Cove. So our main character is Olivia Page, and she has recently inherited her aunt's beloved bookshop, the Dusty Tome, and she was looking forward to a fresh start surrounded by her passion for literature. But a famous author is poisoned during a book signing at the shop, and Olivia finds herself embroiled in a real-life mystery straight from the pages of a thriller novel. So she partners with the skeptical but charming detective Jack Harper, and she uses her keen literary insights to unravel the deadly case. But as more bodies start piling up and strange accidents plague the town, it becomes clear that someone is determined to keep Millbrook Cove's darkest secrets buried. Her curiosity leads her down a dangerous path of decades-old conspiracies and powerful citizens willing to kill to protect their reputations. So she's got to rely on her wits, her knowledge of classic mysteries, and unexpected chemistry with the dashing detective to bring the truth to light in a final shocking conclusion. I love the cover on this. I feel like it's such an interesting kind of subdued color scheme, but really elegant. I really like it. This next one has kind of a humorous tone to it. This is a middle-age mystery series, and it is called Middle Age is Murder. It's a cozy mystery, book 3 in the series by Nellie H. Steele, and this one is called Weekends Are Murder, a Salem Falls B&B paranormal cozy. And this one comes out on December 25th, 2024. So our main character in this is Ellie, and she's so excited to be having a fun time with a Halloween ball at her B&B with her friends. Unfortunately, one of her friends goes missing, and when they find her, they find that she is okay, but she's very shaken, and then they find a body. And this is kind of linked to a past serial killer who seems to be emerging after all these years. The serial killer has committed these killings that have been dubbed the Clue killings, and so Ellie, with the help of her cat and her dog and her friends, needs to solve this before anyone else gets hurt. This one just has a really cute premise, and who doesn't love the idea of a Halloween ball? That sounds like so much fun. Coming out on December 25th, we have another Christmas cozy, and this one is historical fiction. It's a 1920s murder mystery, a Lady Darby Jones mystery, book 11 in the series, written by C.M. Rawlins, and it's called The Mystery of the Christmas Crackers. And again, there's really not much of a description for this. It's described as a very witty historical fiction with Lady Darby. There's not much in the description, but it's supposed to be very eccentric and fun, and just a cozy good time. So I wanted to include that. Coming out on December 1st, we have another Christmas cozy by Laura M. Drake. It's called Murder with a Hint of Peppermint, and it's a Whisper Hollow mystery, book 2 in the series. It can be read as a standalone, but it does have spoilers for the first book, so keep that in mind. And this one sounds like it's kind of a part romance, I would say. So our main character is Harper. She owns a bookshop, and in this one, her ex-fiance arrives in town and is demanding to like get back together, and she keeps trying to tell him like she's over him, she's done, but it's not working. The guy won't take a hint, which is terrible. So her friend Sebastian steps in as like her pretend boyfriend, basically, and it turns out that it's easier for the two of them to pretend to be in love than Harper would have thought. So it sounds like there might be a little bit of a relationship forming there. And then a suspicious death happens in Whisper Hollow, and Harper and Sebastian, their lie as like a couple together has become their alibi, so they need to solve this mystery before anyone points the finger at them. So a very like kind of, it sounds kind of like romantic comedy meets cozy mystery, if that's kind of your thing. But the cat in the cover was super cute for this one. This next one is another book from Tonya Kappes, which, as you guys know, is a very prolific cozy mystery writer. I love her series, but she turns them out so quickly. I'm never gonna catch up. I'm never gonna catch up. So this is book 39 in her Camper and Criminals cozy mystery series. It's called Snowcaps, Skiing, and Sabotage, and it's coming out on the 29th. It's described as Southern hospitality with a smidgen of homicide, and it takes place in the small town of Normal, Kentucky, and they're hosting a Southeast Olympic ski trial for the first time. So they have elite athletes and sponsors that are all flocking to this area, which is normally quite quiet. But whispers of sabotage and broken equipment soon cast a dark shadow over the competition, and all clues seem to lead back to our main character May's campground, where one of the competitive skiers is found dead. With ruthless sponsors, jealous rivals, and old grudges coming to light, May finds herself on a slippery slope of secrets and lies. So alongside her trusty friends, the Laundry Club ladies, May digs into the lives of the skiing elite, uncovering motives as sharp as the winter chill. So I personally have listened to book 1 in the series, really enjoyed it. May is a really spunky character, and the campground is a really great setting. I love the Laundry Club ladies so much, so I'm looking forward to continuing this series, even though it's going to take me like 10 years to get to this book. But I wanted to share it because I know a lot of you love this series as much as I do. Coming out on December 25th, we have another Christmas historical fiction cozy. This one takes place in the 1920s, and it's called Lady Clues and the Christmas Thief. This is book 2 in the series, written by Ava Ness, and our main character is 70-year-old Lady Clues, a self-proclaimed famous lady detective in London. So Lady Clues is drawn out of retirement when there's this slew of really interesting thefts that happen in town, and they're all these like Christmas heirlooms. So she starts to investigate and she discovers all of the thefts happen at 3 a.m. on the nose. And there's this like lingering scent of peppermint and footsteps and like no other clues. And she starts to piece together that the items are related to each other with this missing toy maker who disappeared years ago. So she starts to look into his disappearance with the help of her housekeeper, Mrs. Potts, and the reluctant inspector in the area. And so she starts to unravel the web of clues. So if you like a historical cozy, if you like Christmassy cozies, this one sounds like a really fun time. Coming out on December 30th, we have another one in the Tucson Valley Retirement Cozy Mystery Series, which I have read book 1 and really enjoyed it. It's a really great like southwestern cozy that takes place in Arizona, very warm-hearted. There's some cute dog scenes, some really kooky parents that the main character has who are in the retirement area, and I just love it. So this is book 8 in the series, and it's called Dying for Music, a Hypnotic Harmony, and it's written by Marcy Blessy. Currently there is not a description available, so that's all I can share, but I wanted to share the cover and just give the series a shout out because I do really enjoy it and would like to continue it. Next we have A Measure of Mayhem, a cafe cozy mystery. This is a cafe crimes cozy mystery. It's book 4 in the series by Simone Stier, and this is coming out on the 23rd. This book takes place in Magnolia Grove, and they're having this frost festival in a polar like plunge, and unfortunately someone ends up dead, and all eyes turn to this very ambitious owner in town of Feta and Friends, which I'm assuming is like a cheese shop maybe. It's kind of what it sounds like. And our main character, Parker Hayes, who is a part-time sleuth and full-time caffeine lover and cafe owner, is determined to figure out what actually happened because she doesn't believe they have the right suspect. So her and her friends are going to unravel this, and I also think there's a Boston Terrier on the cover, which makes me want to read this series so much because how cute is the Boston Terrier? Next we have a Valentine's Day cozy mystery. This is called Miss Morris and the Venomous Valentine, a Salem B&B mystery. It's book 6 in the series by Traci Wilton. I'm sorry, it's book 9 in the series by Traci Wilton, and this is coming out on the 24th. And so Cupid is taking aim at Charlene Morris's historic Salem B&B, which is brimming with models for a contentious photo shoot. But the arrow goes astray when someone is murdered on Valentine's Day. So a full house is nothing new to Charlene and her ghostly friend Dr. Jack Strathmore, but this Valentine's Day their Salem, Massachusetts inn isn't filled with romantic couples. Instead, every room was booked by formerly famous photographer Dana Stallone for a Cupid-themed calendar he hopes will jumpstart his sagging career. Though Charlene's hands are full with a dozen gorgeous models, Dana's the only diva, pitching fits, making unreasonable demands, and generally being a mood killer, until a real killer strikes and puts the whole shoot on ice. With more suspects than a jumbo box of chocolates, Charlene, Jack, and Detective Sam Holden race to find the one person filled with murderous intent. So this one is like a lightly supernatural cozy. I have read book 1 in the series, and there's a ghost that haunts the B&B, but that's the only supernatural element that I came across in book 1. So it's kind of on the lighter side depending on your preference, but this one sounds really fun with the Valentine's Day theme. Next we have The Inn at Holiday Bay, Christmas in the Country by Kathi Daley. This is book 31 in the series, and it's coming out on December 17th. And so our main character, Abby Sullivan, suffers this personal tragedy in the first book, and she packs up from San Francisco and buys this inn in Maine, like this very small town, kind of remote, and she is forcefully adopted by a Maine Coon cat who just won't seem to leave her alone, as well as a dog. So she's got quite the pet collection here on the cover, and they just won't seem to leave her alone, and different incidents happen around the town. There's not a lot of specifics about what the specific mystery is for this one, but it looks really cute and cozy. Another one coming out on December 17th is called The Vanilla Killer, an absolutely gripping British mystery full of twists. This is part of the Charity Shop Detective Agency Mysteries, book 4 in the series by Peter Boland, and it takes place in a sleepy English seaside town. This mystery series involves a group of ladies who work, I think, like at a charity shop, and one of them actually invites everyone out to a meal, and they're kind of surprised. It sounds like maybe she's a little bit, I don't know if she's like kind of stingy or something, I'm not sure, but they're kind of surprised by this. So they all decide to go before she can change her mind, and then they run into one of their daughters who is unexpectedly there, and she's driving an old, like kind of broken down ice cream truck, which is very random. And Bella is newly divorced, and she has just been in sticky situations, and unfortunately she did not know the history of the car when she bought it because a dead body had been found in the freezer years ago, and the whole town knows about this. And then Bella starts to receive these poison pen letters, and the ladies get involved trying to solve this case. Sounds really interesting. It's like, what a concept, right? For those of you that enjoy cozy mystery with a male sleuth or an older sleuth, this one is for you. It's called Valentines and Villains, a killer love story, book 1 in the series by Riley Blake, and it's coming out on the 16th. And the title for this has like a little sub thing that says, "Congratulations, you old coot. You've reached the end of the line. It's all downhill from here. Well done." Which just made me laugh when I was reading this so much. So Jack Dawson has been like an inspector all of his life, and he just feels like retirement just snuck up on him, and his daughter was ready to help him move into like a seaside little village. She was ready for him to retire, so he got moved out there, but lucky for him, he's not gonna be fully retired, because shortly after moving in, a spree of murders start to happen, and they all seem to be involved with the romance that's in the air. So he starts to pull out his magnifying glass and get to work. This next one has such a funny title. It's called Shelfie, Sabotage, and it's a shelf indulgence cozy mystery, book 8 in the series by S.E. Babin, and it's coming out on the 10th. So Dakota and Hardy are finally planning their wedding together, and then one of their friends, Harper, decides to step up and plan like a dinner, like maybe a rehearsal dinner for them, and they're really excited to have one thing off their to-do list because they've been so busy, and everything goes without a hitch until Harper's boyfriend is found dead in the kitchen, which wasn't part of the plan, and they get involved in the case trying to solve this before their wedding. So no pressure. The next two are actually by the same author and in the same series, and they're coming out on the same day if I'm reading this correctly. So I'm going to throw these together. The first one is called The Body in the Bouquet, a charming small-town cozy mystery, and it's the Flower Shop Mysteries Book 2 by Annie Adams, and it's coming out on December 11th, 2024. And on the same date, Book 3 in that series is coming out, which is called Blood Under the Mistletoe. So our main character is Quinella Quincy McKay, a flower enthusiast, a hot fudge sundae lover, and a hopeless romantic and now amateur sleuth. So it sounds like she's very involved in the town, like in the second book, or the third book I should say. She is trying to kind of plan this annual festival, and her florist shop is so busy with orders. She starts getting gifts from a secret admirer who isn't her boyfriend, which is causing some drama. So this one just sounded fun. I love the idea of a floral shop. I haven't actually read a cozy, I don't think, with a florist, but I would really like to. I think that's a great premise. So I just wanted to include these two new releases in this series. Next we have a Fatal Food Mystery series, and this is called Fatal Food Festival Mysteries. It's book 4 in the series by Kathi Wiley, and it's called I'll Be Home for Christmas, and this takes place in Haines, Oklahoma. So our main character is Jackie, and she's a former celebrity chef, and she's really excited to be going with her cameraman, Greg, back to his hometown in this small area, and they're going for this like honey festival. But while they're there, I think it's Greg's sister's ex-husband shows up, starts causing trouble, and he even steals some of her beehives, which of course really infuriates her. Then he is found dead, and Emily is accused of the murder. So there's all this hometown gossip and secrets swirling about, and Jackie has to help clear Greg's sister's name, which this one just sounds fun. The Fatal Food Festivals, that sounds like a really great concept. Next we have a Southern cozy debut that's very bookish. This is called Booked for Murder, an Old Juniper Bookshop Mystery, book 1 in the series by PJ Nelson, and it's coming out on the 10th. So Madeline left small-town Georgia many years ago to go to college and pursue her dreams on the stage. But her dramatic escapades are many, but success has eluded her, leaving her at loose ends. So when she gets word that her beloved, eccentric Aunt Rose passed, but she's left Madeline her equally eccentric bookstore housed in an old Victorian mansion in the small college town of Enigma, she arrives there in her beat-up Fiat to claim the old Juniper bookstore and restart her life. But she's faced with a lot of challenges. The gazebo in the backyard is set ablaze, and a late-night caller threatens to burn the whole store down if she doesn't leave immediately. But she's not one to be intimidated, so she ignores the threats and soldiers on, until there's another fire and a murder in the store itself, and now suspicion is falling upon her. This one sounds so fun. It's a debut, it's a southern cozy, it's a bookish cozy. I love the premise for this, and the cover is beautiful. This next one I'm so excited for because I thought this series was over, and it's not, apparently. It's called Thrown for a Scoop by Dana Mentink. It's coming out on December 1st, and this is book 4 in the Shake Shop Mystery series, which I adore so much. And our main character is Trinidad Jones. She is a wonderful character. There's a lot of like found family in this series. She owns a shake shop. It takes place in Upper Sprocket, Oregon, and basically this vintage hat is found that is associated with this crime from like a hijacker from like decades ago. So the small town is flooded with like true crime podcasters who are determined to solve this like cold case. But then one of the true crime podcasters is actually murdered, and Trinidad's fiance's brother is the suspect in the case, so she needs to clear him. I love the mysteries and the series so much, and her dog's name is Noodles. I couldn't recommend the series enough. I'm so excited. Coming out on the 5th, we have a crafty cozy mystery. This is called A Cozy Quilts Club Mystery, book 6 in the series, and it's called The Christmas Craft Fair Caper by Marcia Di Filippo. This one can be read as a standalone. It involves 4 main characters, as you can see on the cover, who make up the Cozy Quilts Club. They are at this annual craft fair, and they're really shocked when a murder happens, and who possibly has a motive to kill someone at a craft fair, right? Like, this is supposed to be for fun, and apparently someone takes it too far, so these gals get involved in the mystery. I love their sweaters on the cover. I think they're so cute. This next one is from an author I really love, historical fiction author primarily, and cozy mystery author named Patricia Meredith, and this is part of her Sam Shovel mystery series. It's book 2 in the series, and it's called Murder on the North Pole Express, and it's coming out on the 2nd. So it's kind of like reminiscent of Frosty the Snowman, because our main character is Sam Shovel, who is a snowman who comes around for Christmas time, and he really hoped to not be sucked into a murder this year because he solved one last year, and he was kind of just hoping for a chill holiday season, but of course that didn't happen. But he meets this conductor on the train that no one else has met, and then he melts, which is really odd, and his brain and like memories get very slushy because of the melting. And this one just has a lot of Christmassy vibes. I did read book 1 last year and really thought it was just a fun, cozy, Christmassy time, so I wanted to include this one in my roundup for this month. And then last but not least, we have one for you sweet lovers out there. This is a chocolate-centered mystery, and this is book 24 of the series, called Peppermint Bark in Peril, and it's by Sydney Bell. This is more of a novella. It's 167 pages, and it's coming out on December 4th. So it's almost Christmas time, and Allie and Charlotte are working together to make all these chocolate creations and orders, and things are just going well, but very, very busy. And then a local real estate agent ends up dead, and they end up juggling murder and chocolate trying to solve this mystery before Christmas. And also there's a pig on the cover. I haven't read this series, but there's a pig on the cover, and I really want to know where the pig comes into things because it's really cute. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry my voice is giving out just a little bit. Like I said, I was sick this past month, so it's been a little bit rough trying to get my filming back together, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below what 3 cozy mysteries from this list are you most excited about. I would love to know which ones you're looking forward to. I'll leave mine down below in the comments as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I do post new book content every week on my channel, especially within the cozy mystery genre. I do also post about some other murder mysteries and thrillers, but if you like mysteries and cozy, you'll probably find something you like on my channel. Thank you again for hanging out today, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!